What's going on, guys? This is the OnePlus 8T, and in this video I'm going to show you the full unboxing and my initial thoughts on this device after using it for 3 days. Spoiler alert, this thing is fast and the screen is absolutely stunning. But let's get to the unboxing part. Thanks to that pre-order, you get a mystery item. You get a little water bottle / canteen, or whatever you want to call it. It looks good and I'm sure it'll keep your water cold. But let's get to the OnePlus 8T because that's what you came here for, right? In the box, you get the OnePlus 8T phone itself, the expected user manuals, you get some neat OnePlus stickers, you get a SIM card removal tool, the USB Type-C cable, and a 65-watt charging brick, which supposedly can charge this thing from 0 to 100 in 39 minutes. Yeah, the charging brick is included. You have to mention it now. Apple, anyone? This is the aquamarine green version. It comes in 2 variants. It is also available in lunar silver. And this phone just checks out a lot of boxes when you look at the spec sheet. 256 gigabytes of storage, a 6.5-inch OLED display, 12 gigabytes of RAM, 120 Hz, 65-watt fast charging, close to stock Android, Qualcomm's latest and greatest A65 processor, and with a $749 price tag, it sure is tough to beat in my eyes. Holding this device, the first thing that you notice is that 6.5-inch OLED display that just screams at you. I've been using this device for a few days, and man, this screen is really something else. The colors are bright and vibrant, and first impressions, it might be one of the best, if not the best in the business. I love that this has a flat display instead of those curved ones that, in my experience, causes a lot of false touches. As you can see, it comes with a screen protector out of the box, which is nice to have. With 1100 nits, this screen gets plenty bright, and in my initial testing, I have no problems using it in direct sunlight. Also, with this 6.5-inch display, even though it's pretty much all screen, it feels pretty big, especially coming from the Pixel 4a. I like big phones, so I have no problems with it, but it is something you notice as soon as you pick it up. Another thing you notice with this phone is that 120 Hz display. You definitely notice the 120 Hz screen when scrolling and navigating the OS. Man, I really wanted to say it's not that noticeable, but it really is. Scrolling through the Google feed, Instagram, and general web browsing, it's one of those things that when you see it, you can't unsee it. It's just a joy to use once you get used to it. When you go back to a 60 Hz phone, it really feels slow. Now, I wouldn't say you need it, but it sure is very nice to have, and especially at this price point. Let's talk about the design a little bit. When you pick up this phone, you definitely notice the extra heft compared to the Pixel 4a I was using. It does have a glass back, but thanks to its metal sides, it doesn't feel slippery and has some nice grip to it, if you rock phone case free like I do. You would expect it to be a fingerprint magnet due to the glass back, but it isn't too bad, probably thanks to the included oleophobic coating. The buttons are made of metal and feel very premium and tactile when pressed. No complaints here. Love these buttons. It just screams quality, and it's especially nice to have at this price point. There is definitely a bit of a camera hump, and it wobbles a little bit when sitting on a table, but it's not that horrible, especially compared to other phones. First impressions on the new vibration motor, dubbed Vibration Haptics 2.0, it actually feels really nice. I get the impression that this won't scream at you when it vibrates while it lies on a table. It actually reminds me a lot of the iPhone vibration motor, and that's saying a lot. Also packing on this phone is a massive 4500 mAh battery, which I am excited to test out over the next few weeks in the full review. For now though, I have to say it's living up to the massive battery spec sheet, and when you factor in the 65-watt charging brick that charges in 39 minutes, you won't be complaining about battery life with this phone. There is no headphone jack on this phone, and unfortunately no wireless charging. That's a bummer to all my wireless chargers around here, but if it never runs out of juice, I can't really complain. This phone is fast. From unlocking the phone to scrolling in the home screen and the Google feed, this thing flies. The 120 Hz screen probably helps in this regard, but as far as the software goes, I'm loving it so far. It has a bunch of options to tinker with as well, like hiding the navigation bar to customizing the experience without having to get another launcher. So far, I'm really liking it. And also, the home screen and the app drawer is pretty much the same to stock Android, so that's a huge plus for me. The in-display fingerprint reader works very quickly and is very accurate. The setting up process was easy enough, and so far it's been plenty reliable. This phone has a quad camera setup that I'm eager to test in the full review. It has a 48 megapixel main sensor with optical image stabilization and a 16 megapixel ultra wide lens. It also has a 5 megapixel macro lens and a 2 megapixel monochrome lens. I've taken a few pictures with it, and so far I've been pretty impressed with the camera. In my initial testing in well-lit environments, the photos from the rear camera are stunning, and I might even say it could take the crown from the Pixel 4a. I'm excited to test the camera in less than ideal lighting conditions to see how well it holds up. All in all, I'm loving this phone so far. The screen is just breathtaking. That 120Hz screen makes everything smooth as butter, and with that massive battery, this thing might just be a 2-day performer. I'm excited to keep testing it and do a full camera breakdown for the full review, so stay tuned if you want to see that video coming next week. Let me know in the comments, what aspects of this phone do you want to see in the full review? I would love to hear your feedback. Thank you so much for watching. If you like videos like this, subscribe to the channel and I will definitely see you on the next one. Peace.